Welcome back. Yeah, just in time for me to go down and grab a new mower that I'm wanting to buy. And I'll show you the reason I want to buy a new mower. Let me just go and get through these gates and grab me a tractor. I will show you. So one of the things that has always annoyed me about the mower that I've currently got, I'll jump in this tractor because I think that's a pretty quick one, and I'm sure you don't want to watch the whole video of just me driving, going to get a tractor, going to get a new mower I mean. So we're going to load up the mower that I'm selling. The mower I'm selling is this one right here. It's one of the base game ones. It comes in the base game. This one right here. It's just a tad wide for this map, really. So when you get out on the road to go to the paddocks around on the road, it's just a tiny bit too wide, and it captures on everything. Same way coming around here, but often see it's caught there. So it captures on things. So I want one that's just a wee bit smaller. I think from memory this one's 4 metres, so I've been looking at ones around about the 3 metre mark, and I decided instead of getting a tow behind mower like this, I decided to get the fold up one. I'll show you which one I decided to get, and it may be that I need to change again, because I tried a whole bunch. I downloaded a whole lot of side mowers and tried them all out. Well, didn't try them, just tried them out by hooking them on the back of a tractor. I didn't try them out actually mowing a field or anything. See which one I thought was going to work best for me. I tried a couple of different Pottingers, a Pottinger Euro Cut and a Pottinger Euro Cat. I think there was something else, another Pottinger as well. There was an SIP or SIP, I'm not sure. I think SIP 300 I tried out. There was also a couple of other ones I tried out, and the one that I think I've settled on is actually a Samaz. Now, I may have to change my mind on this again, and the reason I may have to is I recall that Fury Machine Gaming, in one of his videos, he used the Samaz mower. I think he only used it for about one video, and then he sold it and bought something else instead, and I can't remember the reasoning that he didn't keep the Samaz, whether it didn't work properly or whether there was something else about it. So I just cannot remember the reason he chose not to keep the Samaz, but I do remember he only had it for about one video. So Fury, I know you watch my videos, perhaps you could, if you remember why you got rid of it again, you could post it in the messages. Otherwise, if after trying it out I find it's not really quite what I want, then maybe I will have to sell it again, but that's what I'm going to definitely try first anyway. So as I said, I do quite like the tow behind ones, but this one here is a wee bit too wide, and the other tow behind one that I really like, which is slightly narrower than this, is one by 4D Modding, and I'm pretty sure that one had troubles with one of my other mods. That may be one of the mods I just recently got rid of. So I did just get rid. Oh, come on, where's this? It is. Do we want to repaint or anything? I think if we repaint it first, we will get more money for it, and then we'll sell it. Okay, good stuff. Back from there. Now, just going to jump in the tractor and we'll go into mowers here. Yeah, so Fury, I'd be interested to know why you got rid. So that's the one we just got rid of, the Cavernaland there. The one we're going to pick up is this Samaz. I want it side folding. Right. Can't decide whether to get yellow cushions or grey cushions. I'm not quite sure about that really, but I think the grey cushions might look a wee bit better, so I think we might go with those. So let's buy this mower. So yes, Fury, if you do remember why you got rid of this mower, then please do post. Otherwise we'll try it out and decide for ourselves whether we're going to keep or not. Now this the reason I didn't buy, I'll just go back into the shop bit for a second, into mowers. The reason I didn't buy this side mower, which is the base game one, is when this one folds up, it folds behind and makes it very, very long. And I wanted one that folded up the side, and that's the Maz one that I did end up downloading and buying. You can choose between having it side and back, or back. And I only need it to fold the side, I don't need it to fold back as well. So that's why I just bought the side version of it. But there are those different versions there. And I chose to get it without lights. I don't need lights on it. I'm not planning on doing any mowing after dark. But to be perfectly honest, I can't work out why anyone would need lights on the mower. But yeah, so this is the one we're going to try. Well, actually, while we're here, let's just also buy for a second the Dirty Nator. We'll sell that again in a moment, but I just want to dirty this mower up a wee bit to make it look more used. I hate stuff that looks all shiny and new on a farm. So whenever I buy new equipment, I normally, almost always, buy the Dirty Nator and grubby it up like that. And then, okay, so now we can sell the Dirty Nator again. It's not that, it's that one. Where are we? I just have to skip through all those placeable cows. And there's the Dirty Nator. Yes, sells that. Excellent. So all those cows, the placeable cows there, are all the ones that are on Eustace Farmer's farm. Now fold this up, and we'll take the new mower home. Now, oh, I had another question actually for Fury Machine Gaming as well. In some magazines, I saw some pictures of a place I'd really love to go in North America one day, and it's just north of New York, and I'm probably going to butcher the name of it, so I apologise in advance if I do, but I believe it's called the Adirondack Mountains, or the Adirondack Mountains, something like that anyway. And from all the pictures I've seen, it looks like a really beautiful mountain range. I know it's just north of New York, and I know that Fury Machine Gaming lives somewhere. I mean, I know he's on a farm, so he's out in the country, but I know it's in the state of New York, so it must be somewhere fairly near New York, I imagine. I'm just curious, Fury, how close you live to the Adirondack Mountains, or the Adirondack Mountains? I can't remember the exact pronunciation of it now. But yeah, I'd be interested to know the answer to that one. Now, we're almost home with this new mower, and unfortunately I don't think we can try the mower yet. I don't think I've got any, well, I know none of my fields are ready to mow yet, but we could have a quick look and see if there's a mowing contract going, I suppose. Let's just pull over to the side of the road here and have a look. Contracts. Is that one, or is it? No, that's not contracts there. Where are we? Oh, that one's contracts. Oh look, there's some mowing ones. Let's have a look at the field number then and see. Let's have a look. So I don't want to go to 240 would be ideal. I wonder if there's a mowing contract for 240. Let's go and have a look. Then field 240. If there is, I might just grab the contract right now. Mowing. No, 223 or 224. Let's see where they are. 223 or 224. Oh, 23, 24. Oh, they're right back at the shop where we've just come from. Yeah, no, I don't really feel like driving back to the shop at the moment, so we'll pass on one of those mowing contracts for now. But I might actually skip forward a couple of days, or play through a couple of days to get to where some of my own fields are ready to mow, so I can try this mower out, especially if Fury doesn't remember why he got rid of it again. Because, yeah, I'd be interested to know whether he got rid of it because it didn't work properly, or whether it was just because he didn't like it for some reason. But yeah, so I'm not absolutely convinced I'll be keeping this mower. I might have to keep on looking for some other side mowers, but this is the one that, of all the ones I tried, I thought overall I liked the best. So this is the one that I'm leaning towards at the moment, as long as it does work properly. Anyway, yeah. Oh, good grief! Got too close to the wall there, didn't I? I'd like to apologise. First of all, there hasn't been any videos for a wee bit, and that I'm getting very, very slack with both my video recording and video watching at the moment. And I will explain why, because there's been quite a lot of changes in my life recently and things. Just let me dump this mower down here. I did try one side mower that you could actually unhitch when it was actually in the up position rather than the down position, but it looked a bit too big behind this tractor, I thought, which is why I didn't grab that one. And that was a Fella mower, F-E-L-L-A. Yeah, it just looked a wee bit big behind this tractor, I thought, which is why I didn't grab that one, even though it did have the advantage that you could unhitch it from the tractor when it was in the up position instead of having to fold it down like that. Now, so, okay, first of all, I'll cover a few things that have been going on in my life recently. First of all, you may recall that I did a video a while ago about first world problems and a problem that we were having with my wife's car. So let me just turn this off. Here we go. So my wife and I both recently bought new cars, and we sold hybrid cars to get them. And hybrids are worth quite a lot of money. So although it might seem like, you know, we come into a lot of money or something, and believe you me, we don't buy lotto tickets, so we haven't won any money or anything like that. We actually haven't come into any money recently, but we sold hybrid cars in order to finance our new cars, which was, and because hybrids are worth a bit more money than normal petrol cars, it gave us some spare money to be able to do a bit with. So if I go like this, let's have a look, and then I need to go task manager. That gets me out of the game bit, and I'll just close that. So if I go photos now, and railway pictures, here we go. So this was the new car we got for my wife when it comes up. And I'll bring that up to full size. So we bought her a VW Beetle Cabrio. Problem is, and I should have realised this at the time, in fact I did realise this, and I had a friend warn me as well, but when we bought this, we were only the second owners. It's New Zealand new, so it was expected to be better than import, and it had done less than 100,000 kilometres. So I know that European cars, when they get a bit older, and let's be honest, this was 20 years old, they're problems. You know, things are always breaking on them, and when they do, they're expensive. But we were hoping to get lucky with this one. It turned out we didn't. So my wife and I, this car turned out to be a real headache. We absolutely loved it and absolutely hated it in equal parts. We loved it when things were going right. It was a real joy to cruise around in. It was so much fun, but things never went right for long. I don't think we ever went for more than 2 or 3 days without some small niggly thing breaking. And it never broke down. Engine always ran perfectly, but just lots and lots of small niggly things. One day the roof lining fell in, and although I fixed it, it was all the plastic clips holding in place. You could see stress cracks on all of them, and the plastic was old and brittle, so it was going to fall in again any stage. The temperature gave up the ghost, the temperature gauge, and again I found the problem was a plastic clip that had come loose. I put it back together and it worked, but the clip was stressed and old and brittle, and it broke again a few days later. And the final straw for me was that the window and the door that winds up and down into the door, I closed the door. I didn't even slam the door, I just closed the door, and that window shattered into a million pieces inside the door. Now, my insurance has glass cover on it, so I could have got it fixed for free, but it was going to be like a 7-week plus wait for a new window to arrive from Germany. And I didn't want the car sitting in the garage where we couldn't really use it because we couldn't put up the windows in the roof and lock it, sort of thing, for 7 weeks. So we sold that, and we bought my wife another car. So that's the picture of my new car, and as coincidence would have it, and it certainly wasn't planned this way, after we decided to sell the VW, my wife said that for her new car, we test drove a couple of cars, she said that for her new car she wanted another convertible. And I said, well, it will have to be Japanese because I'm sick and tired of European cars and all the problems they cause. She goes, well, okay, but what's the best Japanese convertible you can get? And I said, the Mazda MX-5. There's a reason it's the world's top selling convertible. So we started looking for an MX-5 for her. As coincidence would happen, that is her new one. So it's actually exactly the same colour as mine, exactly the same model as mine. Basically the only differences between her one and my one is that her one has leather seats in the front and mine has cloth seats. They've got the same engine. We also have slightly different gearboxes. She has a Tiptronic gearbox, so it can be driven as a manual or a 6-speed auto. Mine's a pure 6-speed auto. 6-speed manual, I mean. So mine's manual only, hers is auto, but you can also put it into manual mode and change it manually. But otherwise the cars are the same as each other. Now, in order to help tell them apart, we're actually going to buy personalised plates for them. And we haven't got these yet, because it's going to set us back a fair bit in money. But this is going to be her personalised plate, and that is going to be my personalised plate. So as you can see, that will definitely help us to be able to tell these cars apart. Now I've got a couple more photos. So this was her one on the day we went and bought it up, the day we went and picked it up. And it's funny because we stopped in the McDonald's car park on the way home. Where we'd pick it up from was about 45 minutes from where we live. We actually had to pay to get it taken to there because it was a number of hours and a ferry trip away from where we live when we bought it, and we didn't have the time to go down and pick it up. So we got a car transporter truck to bring it more or less to us, and then we just travelled 45 minutes to go and pick it up. So we stopped in the McDonald's car park on the way home to grab some breakfast, and when we came out of the car park there was a lady there taking a photo of our cars. We thought that was quite funny, and that's a photo of all 3 of our cars together. As I said, the VW is sold now. Now, a funny thing with the VW when we sold it, because as I said, we loved this car and hated this car in equal parts, and we sold it only because we were sick and tired of lots and lots of niggly things going wrong with it. And the girl that bought it and came and picked it up, as she was leaving our house, I noticed she put the brakes on going down the slope of our driveway, and one of the brake lights had gone out. So to me that was kind of like a sign that, yep, we did the right thing selling the car, because things would keep on going wrong over and over and over again. I mean, I was straight up with this person. When I advertised it for sale, I told them exactly why we were selling it, and I told them everything that was wrong and everything that was broken on it. So they went into it with their eyes wide open. I wasn't trying to fleece anybody, but her dad was a mechanic, so hopefully she has a lot better luck with it than we had. And so these are the 2 cars that we now have. So that was a lot of stress getting these cars and things, but that bit's done now at least. And then the other thing we've done, so I'll just close that, it means that I don't have a lot of time for making videos or watching videos at the moment, is we put a very, very low ball offer on a new house, and blow me out, our offer was accepted. So there were a number of conditions to the sale, to the purchase of this house, and all of them bar one have been met now, and the one that hasn't been met yet is we have until the 3rd of March, which is only like 3 weeks away, the 3rd of March to sell our house. And if we can sell our house by the 3rd of March, then we own a new one, and if we can't, then we could either possibly ask for an extension or we don't get this new house. But either way, it's meant that we've had to spend an awful lot of time on our house, getting it cleaned up and tidied up, and getting the yard into order and things like that, and fixing a couple of things that we'd just never got around to fixing, that were because they never really annoyed us enough, but we had to in order to put this one on the market. And so yeah, I've spent a lot of time doing that, and I don't even have time to really make a lot of videos or anything at the moment, simply because we've got open homes happening, we've got real estate agents showing people through our house all the time and things like this. Now, an interesting thing with that is if you want to go onto a website called Trade Me, so it's www.trademe, as one word, .co.nz. Now, Trade Me is basically New Zealand's version of eBay, where you can buy and sell things. So if you go onto Trade Me, and in fact for those friends of mine in the States, you might find it quite interesting looking up a few things on Trade Me that you know the price of in the States and seeing what the same item costs in New Zealand, because you might get a wee bit of a shock. Things are normally pretty expensive in New Zealand. That's because we live so far away from everywhere else, but despite the fact that it's pretty expensive to live in New Zealand, just the beautifulness of the country and things makes it worthwhile. Anyway, if you go onto Trade Me, you can actually look up our old house, the one we're trying to sell, and there's some photos of it and a video where they're flying a drone overhead, and you can look at the new house that we put an offer in on. Ignore the price of the new house because it's not what we got paid for it. As I said, we lowballed them, but it's still on there because while our sale is still conditional, the people selling it would have the option to sell it to someone else if someone else offers them more than we did. So the old house, if you want to look that up on Trade Me, is 25 Thomas Street, Thomas, in Stokes Valley. And the new house is 17, that's 17 Maybe Road, Mabey, so 17 Maybe Road. So if you want to go onto Trade Me and have a look at a tour of our old house and a tour of what might well become our new house, please feel free to do so. I think that's all I really wanted to do in this video, was update my mower already, and then I'm going to sleep through to the next day now, and then we'll feed the cows and make it 7 AM that we sleep till. I would never ever get sleep to 7 AM in real life. I'm always up much earlier than that, but I don't like to do farming in the darkness, so I normally skip through until it's daylight at least, and it's almost daylight there. Now I think 2nd of September we'll just go and double check. I don't think any of my fields down here are ready to mow until August. No, you see, because they're still dark green. Those 60 are my mowing fields, they're still dark green. So, not August, what was I saying? Till October. So, in one more day, on the 1st, because I'm doing 2-day months, so in one more day, which will be the 1st of October, my fields will be ready to mow. So what I might do is I might feed my cows for this day, so they need to be fed every day, and then fast forward through the rest of the day to get to the 1st of October when I can try out that new mower. And yeah, Fury, if you could answer my 2 questions when you watch these 2 videos. A, whether or not you live anywhere near the Adirondacks or mountain range, which is I believe just north of New York, and also if you remember what you didn't like about the Samaz mower, why you flicked that on. It would be great to know both of those. Okay, well thank you very much, and I'll call it a night now. Bye. And yeah, I will watch videos and make videos as I have time. But as I said, we're under a lot of stress at the moment with open homes and the like, so I'm sorry if they're a bit more widespread than you'd appreciate. Thanks, bye.